Watch 12, Governor Walker and Tony Evers are following up after their debate in Madison last night. One of them came to Wausau to keep campaigning. Plus, people filled their morning packing food and they dedicated several hours for a special cause. And country singer Keith Urban had a concert in Ohio, but he decided to make a special stop first.
Your local news and weather from where you live. News Watch 12 Weekend starts now.
Good evening, I'm Angela Kim. The Milwaukee Brewers have one of the most important games in franchise history going on right now against the Los Angeles Dodgers. News Watch 12's Andrew Goldstein has been watching the game closely and joins us with more details. Andrew, good evening.
Angela, good evening. The Brewers have never won a 7-game series in franchise history. That might change by the end of tonight, though. Doesn't look like it at the moment. Milwaukee is currently down 5-1 in the 8th inning. This is after Milwaukee won 7-2 in Game 6 last night to keep its season alive. And more importantly, they did it in a way that left almost every pitcher available for tonight. Corbin Burnes pitched 2 innings, leaving Josh Hader available for this evening.
But Corbin did go 6 up and 6 down, and that's what keeps Josh out of the game. In addition to we tacked on some runs, and then we gave him some space in the 9th to just keep going. So best case scenario for sure for us.
Now, if the Brewers were to make the World Series, which, anything could happen at this point, Game 1 would be on Tuesday, and Game 3, the first in Miller Park, would be Friday. We'll have a lot more sports for you, including another check on the Brewers game later on in the show.
And Devin, we saw a 50-degree day, and then I saw snow today, so what's it going to be like for the rest of the week?
Yeah, we saw quite a bit of snow today in some spots, and thankfully that snow has finally tapered off, and the clouds are beginning to taper off at this time. Let's take a look at graphics where we have the beautiful Sky 12 live camera. Angela?
All right, thank you, Devin. Now switching over to a more serious note, a teenager fell off a truck and got run over in a high school in Wood County. The accident took place late yesterday. The teen slipped off the driver's truck as he was pulling out of a parking spot. The Wood County Sheriff's Department, an ambulance, and first responders came to Auburndale High School to treat the teenager in the accident. These injuries aren't considered life-threatening, and police didn't release any names. And last night, police shot and killed a man in the Brown County Jail in Green Bay. Police say it happened at the jail entrance where the officers drop off the suspects. No officers were hurt in the shooting. The Wisconsin Department of Criminal Investigations is looking into the situation. No further details have been released, and police have not identified the officer or the person killed. Last night, Governor Scott Walker and his challenger, Tony Evers, debated in Madison, but that doesn't mean their campaigns are wrapping up. Evers traveled to Milwaukee to stop at different small businesses. Governor Walker came to Wausau to follow up from last night's debate and talk about President Trump's visit. The president will visit Mosinee next Wednesday to help Walker campaign for his 3rd term as governor.
So I asked the president, instead of coming to the Milwaukee area, come up to north central Wisconsin. People would love to hear from him here, and particularly because of what I mentioned with the dairy farmers. What he did with the Canadian trade deal is a big deal for dairy farmers.
Former President Barack Obama will also come to the state to support Evers. He will be in Milwaukee next Friday. Evers and Walker will debate again in Milwaukee on Friday as well. Incredible things can happen when people work together, and for people in Minocqua, it happened when they came together for a special mission this morning. News Watch 12's Adriana Michelle was there to witness the 4-hour event.
Lac du Flambeau Lions Club member Mel Golden was given a big job today. He lifted, cut, and poured 50-pound bags of food for hours.
I was on the supply side, making sure that all the tables were well stocked with soy protein, rice, beans, oats, and everything else that we put into the food packages.
Golden's work was the first step when it came to packaging these 14-ounce bags made of a special mix of ingredients.
To help families who have a nutrition deficiency problem, i.e. food shortage problem.
Golden, along with 300 other volunteers from throughout the North Woods, showed up to Lakeland Union High School this morning to help Food for Kids, a food assistance charity.
We were as busy as could be. We kept going and going and going, and we probably had a record number of food packages that we made.
With help from the Lac du Flambeau Lions Club, volunteers worked to fill boxes with 36 packages. Once filled, the boxes were shut and sent off in pallets to malnourished people in other countries.
We had a lot of great help from the students at Lakeland Union High School who are young and strong.
Valerie Souser of the Lakeland Minocqua Rotary Club brought students from out of the area. They enjoyed lending a helping hand.
Well, they were kind of disappointed they had to leave and go back.
The students weren't the only ones who stepped up for the cause.
Being a Rotarian, we deal with a lot of children. We do things for the children, and this was a great service project that we could give back on.
After a successful operation, there was only one job left.
This was cleanup time.
In Minocqua, Adriana Michelle, Newswatch 12.
All right, and there were 2 different shifts this morning to get all of this done. People don't know how many boxes were filled yet, but hopefully they'll know soon. And coming up, we'll have your full weather forecast with our new meteorologist, Devin Biggs. Plus, people gathered in Rhinelander to celebrate fall and have some fun. We'll have that story after the break. All right, thanks, Devin. And that was his first weekend forecast. We're joining him on our weekend team, so welcome, Devin. And speaking of weather, before it gets too cold, Hanson's Garden Village in Rhinelander hosted its 4th annual Fall Fest today. People got to enjoy the theme of Halloween, and the family fun day included a corn maze and scavenger hunt, tractor hay rides, face paintings, and more. Attendees even came in costume. Hanson's Garden Village manager Beth Hanson says she enjoys putting on this for the local community.
Everyone that came, I hope, had a good time. I saw a lot of happy people, happy kids, won a lot of prizes and candy. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
This is a yearly tradition, but Hanson's Garden Village continues to add on to it, bringing in more people every year. Admission proceeds benefited local community groups. And the Brewers aren't the only ones with big sports stories in Wisconsin. Isn't that right, Andrew?
That's right, Angela. The Badgers had a big win today, and the Merrill-Mosinee playoff volleyball match was incredibly lit. Highlights coming up. And by the way, congrats to the Lakeland Union girls cross country team. They qualified for the state tournament today. There were a couple of individual qualifiers from our area. You'll be able to find the list on our website. Now stick with us, because after the break we have a heartwarming story about a special surprise.
Yeah, that's right. You like Keith Urban, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Exactly. Well, he had a concert in Toledo, but he decided to stop somewhere else first. And we'll have that story after the break. Welcome back. About a new tradition, Bridge Day in West Virginia brings out all the daredevils who want to jump from the New River Gorge Bridge. Some get launched from a catapult, but either way it takes a lot of nerve because it's 876 feet down to the whitewater rapids of the New River.
Over 100,000 spectators were expected to turn out for today's festival to watch 360 jumpers take a flying leap. It takes a little less than 9 seconds to go from the bridge to the river.
Now, most fall from the bridge for 2 or 3 seconds and then deploy their parachutes to glide to a landing zone near the river's edge. Bridge Day is considered to be one of the largest extreme sports events in the world. And with the temperatures we got going on around here, I'm not so sure that I would recreate Bridge Day here in the Northwoods.
I wouldn't do it either, because not only are you jumping down, you got the wind right in your face, and you also have the wind chill right in your
hypothermia. It's a Titanic situation before you know it.
Oh my goodness, no. But will it be colder like that this week?
Yeah, it will be colder. Let's take a look outside at Stevens Point, on our Sky 12 Live camera network. Nice quiet night across the evening. Our hourly forecast looking ahead towards the daytime tomorrow. We'll start off at around 30. We'll warm up pretty nicely, and we'll be in the mid-40s as we head towards the end of the day on Friday. Tonight it's going to be very cold with mostly clear skies and a low of around 20. And your Northwoods Furniture 7-day forecast, the temperatures will not be too bad. We'll be in 40 for Tuesday, but then we'll bounce back up to the mid-40s and upper 40s by Wednesday, Thursday, and 50 possibly again on Friday.
All right.
Like to hear that.
So back up to the warmth. That sounds great. Well, that's it for your news around the Northwoods. Have a great night. SNL is next.
Toyota trucks are built to last. You work, you play, you practically live